Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here, back to continue our Let's Play of Nier Automata. Welcome back to the world of 9S, with 2B as our actual support, even though we're technically supposed to be supporting 2B. But anyways, we are going to continue. If you remember last time, we came back to the resistance camp for pretty much the second... Interesting. So as I was trying to say before, what I wanted to say was that last time, if you remember, we were going back to the resistance camp to basically finish off the second part of the beginning quests, I would say the introduction quests to this game. So now we're heading on out to the desert. And we also have email. Now I'm also wondering if we have to, because I was looking at the transport module, which is our fast travel, and I'm wondering if I have to rechannel all of these areas. That makes me kind of wonder. I suppose not, but we also did get mail here about lost equipment. Equipment that was lost. Oh, okay, so we can go back to the abandoned factory. So I'm also assuming that the email is going to be the same as the first route, Route A. But if it's different, it's different. I'm sure 9S gets different unique email compared to 2B. And I also find it very interesting about 9S's relationship. Oh. So as I was saying, I find it interesting in his reactions with the... Oh my, this is different. I'm guessing these will destroy us in one hit if we run into them. Just gotta be careful here. Ooh. Can we finish this guy off from here? Probably not. Gotta get a little bit closer, I assume. There we go, okay. His interactions with his operator is much more cold than I thought she would be. But then again, that makes sense because 9S is a lot more cold in the beginning of this game. Ooh. Okay, well, I didn't mean to begin hacking there, but I suppose that's not the worst thing in the world that we're dealing with here. Oh, man. Oh, I see. We have HP, and it's on our arrow. Are we going to take damage from that? Interesting. We still have our perfect dodges, which is absolutely phenomenal for us. We can try hacking him again, though, make things a little bit easier on ourselves. It does about half damage to him, so I'm not surprised that our enemies don't die. Well, at least the big enemies don't die in one hit from our hacking, but I guess we shouldn't be surprised at all. Because it does make sense in the scheme of things here. We definitely need to get some pod programs for us here. I don't want to hack him, actually. I just want to fight him. We do, like, no damage. Interesting, I suppose. Why is that? Do we have to kill, like, the big enemy here? He can't be on our team. There's no way. Maybe 2B's just not what she is amped up to be. Or at least how we played her, that is. Oh, I got one last guy to get here. Alright, there we go. Hack successful. Maybe when they're golden we can't do any physical damage to them. That would be interesting for sure. You just like do no damage. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we'll finish off this fight and then just head straight to the desert and avoid all fights outside of that because nobody wants to deal with that. Ooh, arrows. Okay. These are seekers. Okay, well, I didn't mean for that to happen, of course. There we go. Alright, now we got the hack right where we want it to be. Oh, faithful servant, huh? We'll hack you too, bud. Of course, he's a little bit easier than his faithful servants, and that's good for us here. Liking it. Ow! This guy hits for quite a bit here. Okay, alright, alright. Let's finish him off the old-fashioned way, possibly? And we'll just hack him. Oh my gosh, we hacked the wrong dude. Oh boy, combat is definitely going to take some getting used to here. as well as some upgrading I'm sure I'm going to need to do. There we go. Oh my gosh. Let's keep hacking him until we kill him. Jesus, man. Alright, understand. Hack, hack, hack. This is like the weirdest combat that we've had, and I don't quite understand why we're not doing any damage to this bloke here. There we go. Alright. Now we can actually get ourselves out of here. Oh, we got a machine core from him. So I guess he was supposed to be a tough enemy. Suppose we could chalk that one up to me not quite understanding the gold glowing enemy in front of me. I'll think about that one for a second. Anyways, let's go back to the desert to meet up with none other than Jackass and see what the 9S take on everything is as we go to the desert and deal with the problem that we had after we actually did the quest, which was the weird human-like inhabitant that came from the baby cradle, or whatever you want to even call that. Anyways, we're supposed to rendezvous with this guy to talk with the quest, but I assume the quest has skipped some of that stuff. Anyways, let's restock a little bit here and see what this guy has to offer for us. Nothing really too interesting for our purposes. However, I did buy, now that I think about it, of course I'm not paying attention, I did buy some plug-in chip slots earlier, so let us switch back to automatic here. Oh, whoops. I want to accept the balance focus here. Change our chip layout a little bit, hopefully give us a better handle of our combat here. And of course we kept the pod programs. I didn't realize that we had to add them back in after we lost them. So anyways, let us continue through into the desert here. I'm wondering if the things have changed at all, if that makes sense. Like, has the desert quest changed at all? I know we just had to go and kill some enemies. We were supposed to rendezvous with Jackass a little bit later up the line here. But I doubt anything has changed because everything has been verbatim so far. Interesting. I almost forgot about that broadcast from... I'll talk about that in a second. Let's talk to Jackass again.
私の名前はジャッカス。よろしく。砂漠の機械どもを退治してくれるって？じゃあ封鎖している入り口を開けなきゃね。ええ。でもどうしてこんな変な場所にいるんですか？ああ、これ？これはね。巻き込まれたら危ないよね。あんまり無理しないようにね。
So as I was saying before, the console broadcast seems, at least to me, a little bit on the eerie side. Now, you might be asking why I think that sounds eerie. Well, 9S did just make the point about how they sounded stiff. Now, the reason why we're here, right, as characters, well, as androids, I guess, fighting for the Yorha, is because humans escaped to a different planet to avoid being purged, basically. So it makes you really think, if the humans are on some planet, first of all, did they survive? Are we fighting this, or is it like a futile effort, and did the humans actually make it into space, and are all these pre-recorded and set to release at certain times? Now, I'm sure that everything is just fine up at the moon, but it does make you wonder. It sounds stiff and very odd, and very positive, encouraging-y, if you will. So I don't know. It's something to think about as we go along here. But anyways, we do have this desert quest, and we do have just these groups of enemies to duke it out with here. Now we have another weird quest active here, but it's not exactly a... It wasn't exactly a checkpoint on the map, which I found kind of weird and interesting. Let's hack, because hacking is fun and good for us. Ooh, we got some interesting music there. These guys actually weren't so bad. I don't know, man, it was just kind of odd to see a quest point without a map checkpoint, but maybe that's just because we were getting really close to it, and that's just something to think about. That is a weird looking, hulking... Well, it kind of looked like it was an animal moving over there, but I think it's just a rock formation, come to think of it now. It'd be kind of weird if we actually are seeing mirages out in the desert here, but I wouldn't put it by something like that to be hard-coded into the game. Can we hack him? Hack him. There we go. He's the big guy, so this is the guy we want to be hacking here. We should be very close and tight with our aim here because we want to get up in here and eventually do damage to this fool. Perfect. Alright, cool. I was a little bit nervous about that there. And of course we're still dealing with this recurring theme of the humanity of androids, which was rife in the first route, but I'm wondering, since we're in a different perspective, if it will be improved upon at all. I think that was like one of the first +2 chips that we've ever gotten, because we're in a different route now, and it's technically... we've further advanced in the game. But we must press on further here. Very interesting. It's such a... I guess plain is the correct word to use. Yeah, it's a very plain area. Not like that's a terrible thing. But it's also just very simple and sprawling. So I can understand why a lot of people criticized some of these areas as being like unimaginative and bland, but that also, that is what it is. Oh shit, they're probably bombers, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, well that was close. There's way more to the desert than I think I bargained for, honestly. Looks like we already got that chest over there, which is kind of funny to think about. Oh, here we go. Ow. Sometimes these bullets come out of nowhere and are very difficult to deal with here. Hack we must. Oh, I see. Those are bombs too. Oh my gosh, this is really cool. Ain't nothing to it but to hack it, clearly. You guys are just small fries. There's all this stuff on the ground for us to grab too. So we get some fruits to our labor. Okay, I wanted to actually grab the chip though. I really have to get into fusing and upgrading my weapons eventually in one of these routes, because it's definitely going to pay off in the future, and it would be nice to imbue some of my arms with more good modifiers that can make combat a little bit easier for us, because I'm still noticing that these enemies are really taking quite a bit of damage for us here. But anyways, have we taken out, what, 3 out of the 5 groups? I obviously don't remember how many groups there were exactly, but I think this is the one group where we had the straggler running away. The one on the far side here, closer to the outlet into the one desert city. And we still have enemies chasing after us. Alright. You can back up, I guess? Okay, I definitely did a perfect dodge there. I don't know why I didn't get the cutscene with the... well, not the cutscene, but the mini scene with me shooting my cannon off, but... it is what it is, right? Let us take care of... whatever. We're just going to go back over here because this seems to be exactly where we need to be. I thought we would have covered all the areas here, but clearly we didn't. But man, sliding on the sand is just nice and slippery good. Let's hack this guy before he runs away. That'd be kind of cool if we get a different ending if we hack this guy, because he doesn't actually take us to the area where He wants us to go.
あっちの岩場に逃げましたよ。
ターゲット個体識別信号をマーク。
Okay, okay, I see you, I see you. We can run after you. Even though we hacked him and pretty much killed him, clearly it was coded into the game for him to run away, which is just fine with me. I don't mind that at all.
遠い昔、山が噴火しました。噴火の火の中から神様が現れました。神様は機械たちにこう言いました。意識を、痛みを、喜びを、悲しみを、怒りを、羞恥を、孤独を、未来を、生きる意味を。
Now, I don't remember that at all.
回答人類の住居だったエリアの廃墟鉄骨とコンクリートでできた高層建築に
あれ、前に戦ったロボットだよね。
推奨破壊。あの個体は放っておくには危険と判断。
了解。
Okay, I'm gonna take care of this guy next episode. I will catch you guys next time. See ya!